wanted the best? You've got the best podcast, the hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, this is Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There, ladies, things that makes it official. Welcome to the big show. For 16 years and 2,500 episodes, we bring you the Chris Voss Show because, we had nothing better to do. And we're like, hey, let's make people's lives better by sharing stories and all the wonderful things that authors write across the map of the bookosphere, as it were. It is called the bookosphere. Most people don't know that. Anyway, guys, refer the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss1 on the TikTok and Facebook.com/Chris Voss. And someone check with the attorneys. Is it really called the bookosphere? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, we have an amazing young lady on the show with us today. We're going to be talking about her book called Makeda, The Soul of Sheba, out October 13th, 2023. If I can learn to speak there. There you go. She is Whitney April Bell. As the author, she'll be joining us on the show. She is a lawyer and educator with degrees from Wayne State University Law School and the University of Maastricht in the Netherlands, where she even taught Dutch criminal law and procedure in Dutch. Wow. She's got some talent there, skills. But her true passion lies where storytelling meets the stars. As an astrologer and writer, she weaves ancient legends into fresh, vibrant tales for young readers. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, Chris. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
We're glad to have you too. So Whitney, give us your .coms. Where do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
I'm on Instagram at Makeda, the Soul of Sheba 1, the number 1. And I have Whitney April Bell across all the other social medias. So X, TikTok. I don't know what other ones there are, but I'm Whitney April Bell across them all.
There you go. So give us a 30,000 overview. What's in your new book?
Well, so my new book is it's an expansion of the old book. So it's still about the Queen of Sheba, but in my new book it's a verse edition. So it's a verse novella that reimagines the legendary story of the Queen of Sheba through fresh and fantastical lens. It is inspired by ancient stories in the Bible, as well as the Ethiopian tales in the Kebra Nagast. But I also weave elements of my own magic and empowerment and royal intrigue to kind of keep the story fresh and alive for audiences and make it relevant for today. At heart, the story is about Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, the mysterious Queen of Sheba, who embarks on an epic quest to claim her destiny. And in my story, she's a lot more than just a historical figure. She's also a symbol of strength and self-discovery, facing challenges like treacherous alliances and mystical amulets and, the pull of forbidden wisdom. And along the way, she, of course, encounters iconic characters like the wise King Solomon and his very vengeful, envious brother who saw himself as the rightful heir to the throne of David, Adoniah, the shadowy high priest Abiathar. And of course, throughout the entire story, she is accompanied by her loyal cheetah companion, Muni, who has a energetic and wild energy about him. So, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What time period is this set in? And I think this is geared towards children.
Well, yes, the original book, the original prose story that I wrote in 2023 that you brought up, That was definitely for children. It's a picture book for children.
Hmm.
But I love this story so much, Chris. I just wanted to really expand it. I've always seen it as a full length animated feature, a series, as well, of course, as a book. But yeah, as a book for young adults and even adults. So
Mm, there
yeah, I
you go.
expanded it, and so the novella is like 18,000 words, whereas the children's book was 1,000 words.
Mm. What time period is this set in?
Well, supposedly the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon around 900 BC,
Wow.
939 something around that time period. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was checking. I haven't seen them on the internet. Do they have profiles? No, I'm just kidding. I'm that old that I was probably around then. So this is your first book, is that correct?
This is definitely, well, no, I guess not. No, my first book really was a book that I wrote in Dutch about the Fourth Amendment, and yeah, it's in Dutch about the Fourth Amendment, the
Oh,
United States Fourth Amendment. This
oh.
is actually my second book, which would be the
Hmm.
children's book, and now the novella is going to be my third book. So
Well, you went from law to children's books to a novella. And
yes.
then what made you want to write about this? What was the vehicle behind this, the proponent that made you go, light went on and you went, I want to write about this.
Well, I think mostly this is a love story that has passed through ages. I mean, it is kind of existed in a space even before there was time. I mean, she exists before there was time. It's like time out of mind type of thing. And
Mm.
I love a love story, and this love story transcends that. It
Ah,
goes across 3,000 years. Here we are, and even though I write it in a way that again is fresh and fantastical, it's also very familiar because most people, anyone you ask, knows about the Queen of Sheba. They know, but they may not know, but
mhm.
they know something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love that. I love a love story. I'm a romantic at heart.
Ah, there you go. The romance. Everyone loves a good love story. At least I'm
Yes.
pretty sure. I don't know. I've seen some people that hate people that are happy in other relationships, but that's the mean girl problem or something. I don't know what that is, but there's I've certainly had my girlfriends I've had over the years that sometimes their exes are like, "You need to leave him." It's like, is that the girl that can't keep a guy past one day?
Exactly. Yes.
Uh, so you're listening to him anyway. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Now, I guess you probably did some study or some historical background maybe on this story. How did the story come to you? I think that's what I'm trying to ask.
Yes, well, I mean, again, I love a love story. I think as far as this coming to me, that's just a really weird story. I'm someone who prays often,
Hmm.
and I remember years ago praying. I've always loved animation, and I've always liked to write, and I wanted to write something that hadn't been done before.
Hmm.
And I went to bed that night, had a dream literally about the Queen of Sheba, woke up the next day and was able to research very quickly
Oh,
through
great.
the internet. And I thought, this is my story. This is what I want to do.
That's awesome. It's funny how these things come to us, right? And
Yes,
change our lives. And you're
yes,
just like,
absolutely.
where the
Oh,
boy.
and wait, and Chris, let me tell you, so I've been, I'll have to show you. I've been making these animated reels on
Hmm.
Instagram, and they have blown up.
Really?
Over 6 million views today in under 30
Serious?
days.
Well,
All from my little
congratulations.
animated reels about the Queen of Sheba, and specifically the Indian people.
Hmm.
They have come out so strong for this
Oh,
story. It's
really?
unbelievable. I'm overwhelmed with how grateful. It's amazing.
Is that the origin of the national origin of
No, but
Sheba?
I do think though that I know that mythology is very big in India. You have
Oh, yeah.
Shiva, Lord Shiva, and they have really a huge, very deep history on
Mm,
mythology, and I
there you
think
go.
that could be one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Maybe they just see someone like themselves in her. I don't know.
Mhm.
But in any case, I'll have to show you these the reels are blowing up. I dropped
Wow.
one this morning and I'm already at 25,000 and it's only been
Holy
on there a couple
crap.
hours.
Where are you posting these? You want to give a link,
I'm
shout out
posting
link
them
to the
on my Instagram, well, my Queen of Sheba's Instagram. So Makeda, the
Okay.
Soul of Sheba, the number one. And
Okay.
that's where you can find all of them. And then I'm also posting them on TikTok and yeah,
This is
everywhere.
great. We have a lot of novels on the show. I think the Tom Clancy people are coming here soon again. Um, and they're always looking for ways to market their book,
Oh,
and especially the independent folks who publish their books independently. They're always, how can I market more? And boy, that's a great idea because you're
this has
basically
been
animating the
really
story.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to say, I before I knew I was coming on your show, or right, I guess when I decided I was going to come on your show, and I was asked, I thought,
Mhm.
okay, I wanna advertise this. How can I do that?
Yeah.
And I thought,
Wow.
it's already an animated in my mind, it's an animated story for adults. And
Hmm.
I thought I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to make some reels. And I just started
Yeah.
making reels and you can see the progression. I'm still not that great at it, but you can really see the progression from the beginning when there was no talking and now there is talking and singing and dancing and it's just how do you do that?
Yeah. Do you use any of the AI? I know that you can
Oh
make little
yes,
films
yes.
now with
Yes,
AI.
I use,
Wow.
Midjourney to,
Okay.
create
Yeah.
the videos, and then I use CapCut to drop the dialogue and any
There
type of
you
effects or
go.
whatever.
The TikToking. Have you put this on TikTok yet?
I have put it on TikTok. Yes,
There you
yes.
go. They
Yeah,
like that stuff too. But yeah,
yeah, TikTok
that's
loves it, yeah.
man, you may have discovered a lane for promoting novels and books that more people need to exploit. And certainly, I mean, AI and both photo and video, I mean,
Oh,
it's really
yes.
democratized what you could do. I mean, I used to
It
have to.
is it's unbelievable.
Mhm.
I highly recommend it. Um, I taught myself how to do it in about 3 weeks.
Hmm. That's pretty
So,
awesome. That's pretty awesome. And I mean, the things people make nowadays, the creativity, some of the other things, you worry about, like when you see stuff that there's a lot of stuff now going up that like I see these disaster videos where they're faking disasters, hoping
yes.
it goes viral. Like, look what happened to Miramar today or something. But it's really democratized it where people can use their own creativity. Like I work with, I've used it a lot for, uh, you know, artwork that I need for the show or different programs or different things that we're up to. And just being able to go do that and then play with the creativity. Because if you're using someone else's time and it's valuable if you pay somebody else to do your logos or artwork, but a lot of times they have very limited time. So you're like, can you
Yes,
change that? Can you do this? What if you did this? You play with this. And I'm a very creative person as it is.
me
So
too.
I like to tinker. And a lot of times they're just like, hey, look, here's the artwork. You either like it or not, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I'm the same way. I am very creative, and I like to. I go over something again and again and again, and I adjusted the same way. I tinker with it,
Yeah.
and I try this, and I wonder. Sometimes I fight with the mid journey. Like, why are you making my beautiful queen so amorphous? Why does she have an eye on the back of her head? She's not supposed to.
You gotta love how it's interpreted. But it's getting really good though. I mean, it's getting really
Oh,
stupid
yeah.
where you can tell it stuff and it draws stuff, and I'm like,
Yes.
and,
Oh,
and
yeah, no, I tell it stuff. I
uh,
tell it bad things too, because sometimes it
guys
really
are funny.
frustrates me, but I I tell it good stuff. And yeah, we just see what comes out and then we keep tweaking it and
Yeah.
it's come out great.
I mean, it's so great. But like I say, you may have discovered a lane for how to market books. Maybe that should be your next book, how to market books
Yeah,
through
I could
animated
do it.
AI art. There you go. I
Well,
love it.
again, over almost 6 million today views in under
Wow.
30 days. Boom. So there's a
Oh,
huge
that's great.
audience for it. I mean, there really
Yeah.
is. It's an absolute huge audience for it.
After we get off the show, I'm gonna go watch these on your Instagram and stuff.
Oh, please do.
People love those shorts. YouTube shorts are big. TikTok, the Instagrams there. Even like on Facebook, it's gotten to the point where I
Yes.
see
Oh,
more
yes.
people reading my story on Facebook than reading my posts. It's kind of a
Yes.
bummer, but I just have to kind of accept that's how people are going to
That's
consume
how,
stuff.
yeah, that's how it's absorbed. That's how
Yeah.
media and information is absorbed now. And I just, yeah, I like
Yeah.
I like the reels too. I'm not gonna lie. I look over reels as well,
Yeah.
and I'm constantly on Instagram looking at stuff. And I mean, I think like the one of the largest accounts on Instagram is a guy with a squirrel.
Is it
Uh,
really?
I pretty, and I
Thought it
follow
was an
him. I didn't
OnlyFans
like it.
model, but I don't know. I just assumed that. I was just like, I mean, for a while there, I mean, I think it's still pretty popular. It's just, everybody's got everything hanging out on Instagram. It's like a dating app. But what's the squirrel thing? I'll have to Google that now. I guess
Oh yeah, no,
I gotta
it's
get caught up on
oh,
the.
it's so good. Oh yeah, no, I think the squirrel's name is Maxine. The guy's name is Derek. I love their interactions. It's wonderful.
There you go. And here I am trying to make logical. I love the internet because I mean, we've been on YouTube for 18 years, and
Mhm.
there reached a point where people. It just became like I don't know, people shoving cinnamon in their mouth and then going to the ER.
Yeah.
That sort of entertainment,
Yes,
and
I
I'm just
remember
like,
that. Yes.
why are we trying to make high IQ, intelligent entertainment that no one wants to watch? But if I throw myself off a bridge, that's 10 million views. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on in our society? But the Kardashian or society. But oh yeah, I see the dude here. He's got a squirrel. All right. Well, as long as that thing's got its rabies shots, I think we're
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, gets such good care of it.
I'm
He's
sure
so loving to that squirrel.
that's got to be amazing. So now you're converting it into a novella. What's the
Yes.
difference between a novella and a novel? Because I flunked second grade, is to call that joke on the show.
Well, a novel can be up to 50,000 words, and a
Mm.
novella is only about 20. So
Oh, okay.
there's the length is for sure the one thing. Now,
Oh,
mine again is a novella in verse, so that means that for me, I put the format is different. So I have in the beginning and end of each chapter is very rhythmic.
mm,
And so I wanted that again really to really draw my reader into the ancient world, because and what
mhm.
better way to do that is through like rhythm. It is such a long time ago, so I
Yeah.
want to make sure people get the real vibe and the feel of it.
Well, there's a pace to certain things. Like we learned that with the show. There's a metronome on the show. When you hear the intro, and usually at the pace I try and keep it as we go, is designed to create excitement and create that tempo.
Yes.
Comedy usually has a good tempo. Different drama maybe have a tempo, I suppose. There's all sorts of ways to apply that. But yeah, that is it. Kind of like a song sort of thing in a lyrical
Yes, I
sense.
mean it can be sung. That when I was first writing it, that was
Mm-hmm.
my idea. It was always a song in my head. It was a song, and it's poetry and then it's prose mixed together, so that
Mm-hmm.
it's because you can't 18,000 word song would drive me insane. I personally
Mm,
could not read that, but a few words in the beginning and a few at the end just make it very just lovely to read. And then again, the story is it happened. I mean, yes, okay, yeah, of course, I've taken some type of creative liberties with, a talking cheetah.
mhm.
But outside of that, I mean, technically, the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon both spoke to animals. So
Yeah.
not too far away from that.
Yeah. Hey, if the Bible said it, it must be true.
It must be
Eh,
true. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
So
I stuck to the stories.
there you
I
go.
just brought it for a modern day. I think people would love it.
There you go. Well, if you got a singing part, maybe it could be one of those Disney movies or one of those
Ah,
other, animated is everywhere now. It's
oh
really good.
yes, no, I see it as an animated adaptation for sure. Absolutely,
Hmm.
yeah. But
There you go.
either in a series or in a feature film, I don't know. As I've been doing it now as a chapter book, I really do see it. I can see it now as a series. But when I
Yeah.
first began it, it was more as one giant collective, so really a film.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
However it's going to come out, it's going to be great.
There you go. However it comes out, it'll be great. What do you hope when people read it, maybe younger people and stuff? What do you hope maybe they walk away from? What's maybe a message or maybe multiple messages? Or what do you hope they come away with and look back on the book with?
Well, I certainly hope that they come away with it that, uh, well, power is not given; it's taken. And
Mm,
she claimed her power. That's the main message of my story is that she might have been born into being a queen, but she actually had to prove her worthiness to truly be that queen. She had to step into it.
ah,
And I think that yeah, children can get that out of it. I think adults can again learn the story of the Queen of Sheba because
mm-hmm,
you'll ask them, they know, but they don't know.
mm-hmm.
And this is, I stick pretty much to what has been written in the Bible and again in the Kebra Nagast, in the Quran. I've pretty much stuck to it and just expanded it.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's a wonderful story.
Thank you.
Do you see any? Is there any future projects you have of other books, or maybe continuing with this series?
Well, so I would like to see this, take off and get in its niche and find its own way. But
Hmm.
yes, I mean, a writer writes. I have stories and books already in right here in the can, waiting to
Oh,
come out. It's just that this one right now is on the front burner. So this
yeah.
she has to come out first. But I have some fun stories about young boys and they're just some nerdy fun kids.
There you go. There you go. It's what's that? Stranger Things. Aren't those kind of nerdy kids? The
Yes,
with the
this
Goonies.
is
I think was
somewhat of a
kind of.
Stranger Things. Yes.
Yeah, there's always the kids that seem, they're not the jocks. They're not the as we used to call them in high school.
Yeah,
They're not the jocks, but they're kind of the misfits a bit. That maybe they're seen, but they're not really misfits. They're just normal
they're
usually.
just normal. Yeah, no, and
Yeah,
that's my other story.
it'd be a
The
great
kid's name
story.
is Brick Frost. So
Yeah, there you go. What was that other one? Lean on Me, or it was the one where they go find the dead
oh
body
yeah,
and a bunch of kids.
yeah,
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me. Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Stand by Me. Yeah, that was a great story, man. That brought back
Yes,
my
sure
childhood.
was.
I
Oh,
mean, we
River
had the
Phoenix.
we had
Ah,
the Gen X childhood of the
yeah.
latchkey kids, as they like to say it. Now, we've had a few attorneys on the show that have written novels like yours or written other books. And one of the things I always ask people is, when did you start writing, and when did you kind of know you had a knack for it? And what's interesting about attorneys is you guys are so used to storytelling through using a docket, I suppose. Is that the correct word?
Yes.
You're writing a story to, and then sometimes you're telling a story, I imagine, to the jury and the judge of, what your client's position is. And so you kind of have storytelling down and writing, as it
Oh,
were, as
yes.
part of your job.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
yeah. And so
Storytelling as well as I mean, yeah, a good attorney is not just a good storyteller, but he's also or she is also someone who is somewhat performative and
ah,
really likes it because yeah, if you want to tell the story, you also have to be able to convey the story. And so
yeah.
you have to be able to you want to be get up on stage or in the
Mhm.
courthoom and tell your story.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's very, very much like writing a kid's book.
I mean,
Just
yeah, you see
storytelling.
those, the opening statement, the closing statement,
Yes.
the appeals to the jury, judge and stuff. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're presenting the timeline of your client and whatever their experience or grievance or whatever thing
Yes.
might be. But yeah, it's interesting. We've had a lot of attorneys that come on the show with books, and it's writing's writing. It's
Mhm.
kind of a muscle. Like I try and write bullshit every day on the internet, and I'm good at it because people hate me. But they're like, just stop educating us with smart stuff. We like living in our own private Idaho. But it's interesting how it can how that you keep if you keep that muscle going. Like I just find I'm better over time with storytelling and designing the story and fleshing it out. I think
Yes.
some people are like, you're going a little bit long here, Chris. Just keep it short and stupid, silly. But you know, and a lot of book publishing is telling people to shorten their books now. Like I think even business books are like
Mm,
down to 50,000 words. They're like, yeah, you don't need to go over 50,000 words. I think
yeah.
like for novels and stuff, they're actually going longer. But it used to be they would be like for business books, they'd be like you need 100,000 words, and
Oh
now they're down to 50 because they're just like, yeah, no one's reading War and Peace, buddy.
no, I mean, I did when I was in school, but I mean, I'm surprised at all of the thickness, those pretty big books that I read when I was at
Oh
Michigan,
yeah,
and now well,
yeah.
mm.
Well, you probably remember the Yellow Pages too. You know,
Oh, of
Sears
course.
catalog. So
I think
yeah.
I still have one
Those
there.
things, those things were you could murder somebody if you hit him in the head with the binder of a Yellow Pages. There, it was like a giant brick. So there you go. Well, what do you love about writing and talking, fleshing about these characters? What sort of you know, we have a lot of people on this show that want to be authors and they're trying to figure out how to get into it and how authors successfully publish like yourself. What a satisfaction do you get from it? What do you is it the creative process of creating the figures and fleshing out the characters? What is it for you?
Yes, I guess I just like to tell a story. I truly like to tell a story. I think I have been probably writing. I got my first journal when I was maybe 8 or 9. I mean, I've literally been writing that long, and always every day writing something in it, whether it was to myself, to the divine, to my mom. I mean, whatever.
Mm,
I've always been writing,
mm.
and now I would say to anybody who wants to do it, yes, well, then stop talking and just do it. I mean, don't talk about
Just do it.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
that's really true when it comes to writing. You know, one thing that can help people is get a writing accountability group together. Maybe some friends who want to write some books, or
Yes.
there's Facebook groups and there's different things online that you can use. But yeah, writing every day and just kind of having a habit. I remember, I think one of my friends who wrote a lot of books on business. You know, he said, I always try and write an hour a day, try
Hmm.
and keep that muscle. You know, it's just like going to the gym. So it's a muscle. And then I think telling stories and collecting stories. One thing I didn't
Yes.
realize until I hit 50 is I'd been a story collector all my life. And I love
Mm.
collecting stories, whether they're my stories or other people's stories. I love telling stories. And you know, some people are just like that. Like I
Yes.
remember I had a girlfriend one time, and you know, we had 3 different companies, hundreds of employees, and so I always had like at least 5 crazy employee stories every day to come home with. And she flew for Delta and would usually be in 2 cities a day as an airline flight attendant,
Hmm.
and then she would come home, and so we would be having dinner, and I would be like, you know, hey, you can't believe what happened with Joe today, you know, and you know, we had to fire Joe, and here's what he pulled, you know. So there's always some stories, you know. I tell my stories. I'd be like, so what happened your day? And I was always excited to collect some new stories, and she would be like, nothing. And I'm like, wait, you went to 3 or 4 cities on a plane. You
You have no
with several
stories?
hundred people in a tube, and you know, we know that air travel. This was back when air travel was halfway decent, but you know, there's shit that goes down, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you know, you see something, but no, there are certain people, they just, I mean, they're busy living their life, I guess. No shame, but you know, it's a little funner. And I finally reached the point with her. Yeah, she's a wonderful gal. She's a great girlfriend. But you know, some people just don't story collect. And
Mhm.
so finally I started sitting there going, you know, I think I might just pay to have her kidnapped one day.
Oh, man.
Just
We're right in the
some
same
sort of
alley.
nice, some sort of nice kidnapping.
Mhm.
And then they release her within a few hours. So it's not too bad, but she'd have a story.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you say that because I mean, I love all, just collecting things and writing about crazy things. I mean, that's sometimes during my day, things may go really bad with someone that I've encountered, And the therapy really is just writing it all out afterwards.
Oh, the therapy.
God,
There you
I
go.
hate this person, and I wish I could just do this, this, and this.
I love it. That's actually a lot of what I do every day when I write is therapy.
Oh
It's
yeah.
I've had people write me, I'll make some statement about something on Facebook or I'll write something, and usually I'm not just telling stories, I'm trying to educate people. And because a lot of people they're just not, they just want to sit in front of the Bachelor or the Kardashians all day and
Yeah.
go,
Tell me what I
and
need to know.
I imagine if I worked a normal 9 to 5 job, maybe I would too. I'm like, yeah, I need to brain zone out, but I do enough of that working for myself. But yeah, the stories are so important. Like if I ever got married, I think I would have to have like a woman who would bring me stories every day. Like screw cooking, cleaning, and I don't know, having my children. I just want to come home and be like, hey, I got some stories. You got some stories? Oh,
Yeah.
this is just that's making love right there, folks. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Do both. Then get some great stories about that making love part. I don't know what that means exactly. So you can look it up on the internet, figure out what it means. Anyway, guys, yeah, so I like the therapy part because oh yeah, I segued a bit too many times there. So sometimes if I write about something I'm passionate about or maybe I'm bothered about, like just something that's ignorant in our public sphere that we need to discuss, uh and I'll say what I say, and then I'm done with it. Like once I put it out there, I'm a man. I'm very stoic. I'm very masculine. So usually, once I say something, it's
It's over.
done. It's
Mhm.
over for me emotionally. And I know some people they get caught up in their emotional stuff, and sometimes I do too. I'll be angry all day, but for the most part, usually once I write it out, it's flushed from me. It's gone, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm done. Okay, I said my thing and I'm happy and I'm gonna go about. And I've had people write me and they go, you talk about some things and boy, you sound like a miserable person, like you're angry like all the fucking time. And you're like, no, like
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna remember this. It's like therapy. As soon as I say it, it's done.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if I block people who are obnoxious in social media, we have a huge base and following, and so there's always somebody writing something to troll us. And they'll write us, and I'll just be like block. And then later I'll see them being like, he's really angry at me. He must spend all day being angry at me. And I'm like, I forgot who you are. Like I've had people come up to me if I block them, and they're like, why'd you block me? I'm like, I don't know. You're probably a piece of shit. That's all it is. Because if I put you on my block list, you did something really heinous and
Mhm.
piece of shitty. So, and they're like, well, can I get off it? And I'm like, no, I'm going to trust my block list. They're like, you don't even remember what I did. And I'm like, yeah,
Doesn't matter.
you're dead to me. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, go have a nice life and leave me alone. I have people that stalk me. I swear to God, I have more enemies that stalk me than people that like me. But that's how it works, I suppose.
I guess.
Welcome to the internet. But yeah, I love the therapy thing. Now I'm gonna think of it. I'm not. People complain about my stories during the day. I'm just gonna be like, it's not for me. It's for your. It's not for
Oh
you. It's
yeah,
for
no,
me.
it's
It's my
therapy.
therapy.
It gets it out. It's better out than in. I don't want it in. I want it out. And yes, sometimes it can be crazy, and I don't care though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's better out than in.
yeah. That's what I always say about my belly button. Better to have an outie than an innie, or I don't know. They're all good. Belly buttons are all sexy. I don't mean to belly button shame on the show. I know we've had some problems with that in the past, but don't cancel me for belly button shaming.
Mm-mm.
I didn't mean to do it.
I prefer it in myself, like mine.
Yeah, it kind of looks better in because if it's out, it kind of looks a little bit like you have a hernia. So I've
Yes,
seen that movie
like
personally.
something's wrong.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting surgery for that in December, evidently. Makita, the soul of Sheba. Anything more you want to tell us, or give us your final pitch out as we go out on the show, or as court lingo goes, give us your closing argument on people that
Mike,
people.
yes, my closing. I want to once again just thank all of the people who have really been such a support to me. When I could close my eyes, I can become very emotional about how the love and support that I have received, as I said, specifically, especially, I should say, not just specifically, but especially from India, but from all of the countries that I have gotten so much attention and love and support from. It is phenomenal. So
Yeah,
thank you. very much.
Thank you. There's even an article here from CBS 42 about your novella and hitting 1.9 million
Oh, that
Instagram
was days
views.
ago. I'm at 6 million today.
Are you really?
Yes.
Holy crap! Uh, all right, we need to turn the Chris Voss Show podcast into a song and
Oh,
put it on
please,
Instagram.
yeah. I'll help you with it.
We joked about doing that one time. We're like, we're gonna do a podcast where people have to sing like the interview, like we sing back and forth to each other. Like, so what is your book about? I don't know. Clearly I have a horrible. I'm not the person who should do that singing, clearly,
Yeah,
but
me
that's
either,
what I
but
asked for.
yeah.
There you go. Well, it's been fun, Whitney, to have you on and insightful, and
Thank
hopefully
you,
we've
Chris.
inspired some new writers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You got it. Give us your .coms as we go out so people can
Oh, my
find you on
.coms.
the
Okay,
interwebs.
again, Makeda, the Soul of Sheba, the number 1, and then everything else, Whitney April Bell.
There you go.
You'll find
So
me.
thank you very much for coming on. Thanks for us for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss and all those crazy places on the internet. Makeda, the Soul of Sheba, out October 13th, 2023. And then the novella, is that also on Amazon, or do they need
Not
to go
yet.
to your
No,
website?
I'm hoping to find a publisher as we speak.
There you go. There you go. Maybe you should convert this over to Dutch since you're pretty good at the language over there.
Yeah, it's already in the works, Chris. Thank you.
There you go.
And German
And then,
too, because I do
German
speak a little German as well. So
there you go. Well, I don't have a joke for that. All right. I'm German. Voss is German. So there you go.
okay.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to check her out on the internet. Check out that Instagram. That thing's growing like a
Please check out
weed.
that
Might be the new big thing at the speed it's going. So
Yes.
watch for that viral moment. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
We'll see
Bye-bye.
you guys next time.